Today's topic of discussion is very interesting and very important at the same time. Today we are going to discuss why fluency is so important for spoken English. For everyone who is very much enthusiastic and interested in improving your spoken English, this video is going to give you sufficient information in just 8 minutes. It is an extract of one of my classes of Art of Speaking. I'll talk more about that later, but first get the understanding of what fluency actually is and one of the stories of when I first realized how important fluency is for spoken English. Let's begin. Yes, Achal, you have an answer?
Fluency is very important for a speaker
Hmm.
because otherwise the speaker will lose the attention of the listener. So
Hmm.
it is important.
That is very correct. Now, how will the audience lose the attention if the speaker is not fluent? Because we ask hows, a lot of hows. Because until unless we break it down to 8 standard physics, chemistry, science, and philosophy, we are not going to be satisfied, right? Otherwise, it will become something like you are told that you need to do it, but you don't know why you need to do it. Okay, Achal, please elaborate and think further. Why will the audience lose attention? Very correctly answer, but there is a new why. Meanwhile, anyone else who has an answer why you need to be very fluent as a speaker? Any different answer?
Why I think fluency is more important is it will give you confidence while you are speaking at the and also as what Anchal said, um, it also make the audience to stay to what you are saying, um,
Hmm.
and all and more often it also helps to save the time. Like what I mean is in a lesser time you can deliver a lot of content so that your speech will be more interesting to the speaker.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all.
yeah. That is very correct. Now, the third one, even I did not think of. You are going to save a lot of time. And honestly, time is money for everyone. And let us say I'm only making a YouTube video, 20-minute long YouTube video. Most of you guys will not be willing to click on that video because it is 20-minute long. Let us say I'm going to teach how to manage time properly. I'm making a video of 20 minutes, another person is making a video of 5 minutes. You are most likely going to click on 5 minutes if the credibility is equal. Understood? Because everyone wants concise information, and your and all these connectors are definitely going to beat a lot of time. We don't want that, right? Very important point. Anyone else has some new ideas over here? Tell me. By the way, Achal, now you have an answer.
If the speaker is not that fluent, if he hesitates or if he uses connectors and if he takes pauses, then what happens is the listeners, actually our mind is continuously thinking about something or the other, and at the moment the speaker is not that fluent or it hesitates or
Hmm.
he uses some connectors or he takes some pauses, the
Yes.
listener's mind will start thinking something else. So
Okay.
at that time,
Yes. That is what I was looking for. That is perfectly correct. Now, maybe a lot of you did not get the proper idea, but this is what she's trying to say. See, I'll explain this with a story. Now, obviously, these things I'm not born with. And trust me, I did not read any books on how to improve your speaking skills. I discovered this how? By listening to a lot of speakers. Why? Because I'm an engineer and I attended a lot of classes. I attended a lot of classes during my graduation, attended a lot of classes during my BARC training school, and I attended hell lot class during my ISRO training. This is how I understood. And because of that, I went across a lot of boring teachers. Understood. Now, these boring teachers taught me a lot. Have you had a lot of boring teachers? I would say 90% of the teachers that you have had throughout your career were boring. So boring that you felt like sleepy every time that that person spoke. Just 5 minutes of that class. Understood? Yes or no? We have all had that experience. Without any doubt, I can say that. Achal is a teacher right now. Correct, Achal? So Achal will be trying the best to not be boring to our students. And if you ever turn out to be a teacher or a speaker, you will be helped by a lot by knowing this simple philosophy. So, one time I was sitting in BARC training school, and some person over there, I'm not going to take a name, but that person was teaching me a subject called reactor physics. The whole class was sleeping. And I was thinking, reactor physics is such an interesting subject. To everyone who is interested even slightly towards physics or engineering, It is interesting. Just the name is sufficient. How a nuclear reactor works, how an atom bomb works. It is going to be interesting. Now, this interesting subject and these mechanical graduates and chemical engineering graduates all falling asleep, how is that even possible? And then I started to pay attention in his way of speaking. And the moment I started to pay attention, I started to lose attention after 2-3 statements. After every 30 seconds or so, I lost attention and then I brought myself back. And then I thought, what is he doing? Well, he was using a lot of connectors. And every time he was using connector, he was breaking my attention and concentration. So I always say this. So a speaker is speaking in a resonant frequency. All right. There's going to be a sinusoidal wave like that. And the moment it breaks, it is a break for the audience as well, because the time in which your speaker is moving in the sinusoidal wave, in the same time, the listener's attention is also in the same frequency. And the moment you break that frequency, it is going to be difficult for the speaker to again have that frequency. Understood? And that loss of attention, now here comes the beauty of our brain. Our brain is so creative, it is so fast that even a fraction of a second of not getting an information will force it to think about something else. Hasn't it happened? You sat in a class and somehow or the other you started thinking about something else. You came back, okay, I'm in a class, and now you think that the teacher is teaching something completely different. It has all happened to you, right? It happened because of that. Because that teacher broke your attention. It is not really the fault of an audience when the whole classroom and the whole hall is falling asleep or is facing a very terrible time having attention to what the speaker is talking about. It is the fault of the speaker. And in general, whatever it is, whether the audience is falling asleep or the audience is thinking about something else, or the audience is not able to get the message or able to understand what you are trying to talk about, it is always the fault of a speaker. Just have it down to your memory. If right now any one of you falls asleep, it is my fault because I'm speaking. I made you lose attention. Understood? So take the responsibility. That is rule number 1 of being a speaker. So if you bring those connectors, if you somehow lose the track of what you were saying, that is going to push your audience off target and they are going to forget what you were talking about. They are going to lose attention, and attention, my friends, is gold for a speaker. That is all about speaking. As a speaker, you want to be that level of speaker that if you gave a 30-minute talk, the audience cannot forget about what you talked about even for 30 years. That should be your target. That I'm going to create an impact that is going to be impossible for those people to forget about. Understood? You can do that, and that is why speaking is magic in a huge sense. I'm going to be doing a lot of things that you don't even know why I am doing or how I am doing, but I'm going to be doing it. For example, these tips and tricks. Nobody really knows what a good speaker is doing, but they are going to enjoy that good speakers speaking, because that is what our human body is naturally made like. That is how our minds are made like, right? So there's going to be a lot of things involuntary. That is the job of the speaker to take care of. Understood? Correct? Or it was too long and too complicated for you to understand? So tell me, was it too long or too complicated for you to understand? Well, those questions were answered by those students in the class itself, but you guys can answer down in the comment section. What is Art of Speaking all about? Art of Speaking is a personalized spoken English improvement course that goes on a month long, because I personally believe that to see the actual improvement, you have to work on a particular person for a long duration of time. And 1 month, according to me, is the minimum amount of time required to see the progress. The second protocol of Art of Speaking is that we focus on quality a lot. We are not going to make a 100 student batch. No, we are just going to focus on the 10 students in that class on a personal level. Every student has some positives, every student has some negatives. We are going to propel the positive and we are going to work on the negatives. And that is why I don't call them students in general. It is just for you to understand. I call them artists. All the artists are treated equally and they are treated and guided personally. These classes, that extract that you saw, the only of 8 minutes, it is an extract of a 2 to 3 hour long class that goes on every Sunday, and in between the week there's a personal guidance. You're going to talk to me one-on-one so that I can work on your weaknesses and tell you what you need to do to become a better speaker. So what you can do, go to the website and register over there. I'll put the link down in the description box. Currently we are almost done with the 7th batch. The 8th batch is all filled up. All the 10 seats are booked. That is the May batch. You can go for the June batch. Couple of seats are left over there, and some of the seats even in the August batches are filling up depending on when they want to take it. But when it comes to Art of Speaking, it goes on a little bit in advance because of the high rush, fortunately for me, unfortunately for you. So go in the description box, there will be a link. Go over there. Matter of fact, the description box might be a little bit interesting for some of you smart ones. Just saying that much. And that's about it. Put it in the comment section other video suggestions that you want. I'm going to keep on putting some of these videos from Art of Speaking courses on, so that you can get a little idea. So that's about it. I'll see all of you in the next one. Till then, bye.